Welcome. My name is Mike Lyon. With me, a special guest, Rachel Starrett, who you don't see on this, unfortunately, is Jen Barkin. She had an emergency, had to step away. She is handing over the reins of Opt to us. Rachel, do you think we're going to be able to handle this?
I'm channeling Jen now, and I'm feeling activated and electric, so ready to go.
Do your best. I feel confident that we'll be able to pull this one off. We are so excited to be with you today. Why, ladies and gentlemen? Drum roll, cowbell, please. Oh my goodness. It's National OSC Day. Chat it out if you are excited. Let us know that you're here. Online sales specialist. We need a roll call from you, so chat that out. We'll be sure to say hello and put you up on the screen. But yes, it is National OSC Day. That's what we're celebrating on Opt-in today. And man, stars aligned. It's time for Opt-in. It's time for OSC Day. Rachel, how excited are you?
So excited. It was meant to be. This is one of the best days of the year for us here at Do You Convert and for all of our online sales specialists. So what a better day, or there couldn't have been a better day for us to hop on together and just celebrate. Yay, says Lindsay. Woohoo, says Jennifer.
Yeah, and listen, here's what we're excited about. We've got special guests that are going to be joining us in just 1 second. Oh my gosh, I don't know how we were able to pull this off with their their media connections and everything. They're famous. There are Nationals Award winners, which we'll bring up here in a second. But we've got 2 quick pieces of news to share with you today before we get going. Number one, a huge shout out to Jen. Opt-in, winning silver at the Nationals. That was so fun to celebrate with her. And she's very competitive, just so you guys know. Jen is very competitive, and she lost, but she lost to Market Proof Marketing Podcast, and that's okay. So if there's anybody to lose to, we'll lose to that. So give Jen a big round of applause for putting on such a great program for professional development series at the Nationals. So this is for you, Jen. We got you. And second, we've got something fun coming up. Why don't you tell them the news? What are we doing? Online Sales Academy. When is this happening?
So we're super excited. Our next Online Sales Academy is going to be April 26th and 27th in Jen's hometown, Virginia Beach.
Like this, that's how you know you've made it, Rachel, is if you go, I want to do an Online Sales Academy, but the only way I'm doing it is if it's in my hometown. So she pulled it off. And it's an amazing hotel. It's an amazing experience. And it's down by the beach. So we're super excited about that. So you'll see some of those details. We'll put it in the chat. Online Sales Academy coming up in April. And it's a great place for online sales specialists who are newer to the role, maybe only been doing it for 4 or 5 months. We have a lot of great opportunities for you. And it's a small group setting. So you're going to love it. If anybody's ever participated in that, shout it out, chat it out. Also, I'm just going to start this right now because we'll ask for it here in a little bit. If you've got a photo or something cool that your company has done to celebrate National OSC Day, post a picture in the chat. Go ahead and do that. We want to see it. But without further ado, we're going to break the internet. We're streaming this all over the place. We're going to break the internet, and we're going to bring on 3 of the award winners. So everybody, lights, cameras, action. Let's see if Mike can pull this off.
Here we
go. Dun, 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 dun. Here they are. A big virtual round of applause. Courtney Schmitter. Hi. Courtney, let's start with you. Rookie of the Year, Stevens finds home. So tell us where you're calling in from, where you're streaming in from, and you won Rookie of the Year this year. So introduce yourself real quick.
So I'm Courtney Schmitter. I work for Stevens Fine Homes. We are located in beautiful Wilmington, North Carolina, so right by tons of beaches. And we're just extremely excited. Really excited.
Absolutely. It's so fun to have you on. I always love the rookies. Gotta love the rookies.
Yep.
They don't know what they've gotten themselves into. Okay, Carolyn fought with Tilson Homes representing the whole team. You guys won Online Sales Team of the Year.
Yes.
Woohoo.
So tell us where you're streaming in from. Where do you hail from?
So I am outside of Austin, Texas.
Yes, Austin, Texas. Keep it weird. She's doing it one person at a time. We're proud of her. And then last but not least, Elena Mora. Elena, you're from Ideal Homes, but more importantly, how long have you been an online sales specialist? That's our favorite thing to hear from you.
16 years.
16 years. She might be breaking records. If anybody's been doing it longer than Elena, please chat it out. We want to know who you are and where you're at. And Elena, you won Online Sales Counselor of the Year, 16 years. And that was super fun. You were at the table right next to us at the Nationals, and we loved sitting there clapping for you. So congratulations. And also congratulations to all the silver winners out there. You guys did a great job too. Silver is something to be proud of. There were over 1,300 submissions at the Nationals this year. So the fact that if you won silver, big shout out to you as well. So, all right, we're going to, we chose to get the award winners on to, one, celebrate you guys. Good job. Well done. If you guys want to know how to do this job the best way that you possibly can, these are your people. So reach out to them. They'd love to talk to folks who are new to the role or want to know what works. But we're going to talk about National OSC Day, and we got a couple of questions for you. We're going to start first with kind of the awards, and I'll bounce around here just a little bit. So why don't you tell us how you felt? Like, I'm going to use that word feeling. We're going to tell us how you felt. How did you feel when you won the gold? The SAM. Does anybody have their SAM with them? Anybody have that physical thing with them? Elena, do you have it with you?
I do. It's sitting right over there.
Okay, you go take your headphones off and go grab that and come bring it back on. So Courtney, we'll start with you. How did you feel when you won this? And you weren't able to be there because you had a sick kiddo, which stinks, but your team was there. Yeah. Leah was there representing and accepting. You work with Leah. How did you feel when you won that award?
So excited. I've actually been with the company for 9 years in on-site sales, and then switched over to kind of pilot this program. Ooh. So to win it your rookie year is crazy, but to win it for a company that you already love so much in not only my first year, but the company's first year, it was huge. All the feelings, all the things, so excited. We all cried. It's a big deal.
I love it. I love it. I mean, you know, tears of joy and exuberance. That's all great. And were they streaming you? And how were they telling you that you won? How did that go down?
A million text messages, pictures from Leah, Jenna, Amanda, everybody, just screaming texts, phone calls.
Oh my gosh. That's excited. Carolyn, your team, at least most of your team was there, right? How did they feel when they heard their names announced?
Yeah, so super excited. It was a little bit mixed because we are a team of 7. 2 of them couldn't be there because we had crazy weather in Texas. So 2 of them couldn't even get out of the state. So that's a little hard when you're there for a team award and you don't have your whole team with you. But we were all really excited. We had them on FaceTime, and we actually recreated the awards announcement at our company annual meeting 2 days ago. So we got to kind of re-celebrate it all together and feel it again.
I like that. Everybody places, please. We're going to do the announcement. We're going to bring them up. I think that's amazing. I love it. Elena, 16 years. Your husband, Eddie, was there, yes. Which was great. I got to talk. Great. I've never seen someone so excited. So you've got a good one. You did a good job. How long have you been married?
16 years.
Oh, okay, good. So perfect timing. Yeah. So he was just over the moon, and your whole team had a table there. So how did you feel when you heard your name called?
Oh my gosh, it was just so exciting, especially having him there, just because these past 2 years, especially, I know I've been doing this for so long, but these past 2 years, I've put in so much effort, overhauling our program and just working on myself to be better, and, to get recognized was just amazing. And then to be handed the award by Jeff Shore. I mean, come on.
Yeah, that's awesome. Legend to legend. Can we put you in legendary status yet? I don't know if that's allowed yet.
Absolutely. Yeah.
We'll do it. We'll do it on this call anyway. So yeah, big shout out to you. Rachel works with us as an online sales coach. She just started recently, but she comes from managing a team where you won back-to-back, right?
Yes,
so what was that like, doing it 2 years in a row? And let me ask you a part B too. Okay. What would you say as you hear these people talking about winning awards? What do you hope this does for the industry and even for our other online sales specialists out there?
gosh. Well, winning the award 2 years in a row was really exciting for the team. I'm just proud that they applied the second year, because I know a lot of people, and especially for you guys on here, just because you won this year doesn't mean you can't win again. So I would encourage you to still apply for next year, which is awesome. We were excited to hand down the reins to Tilson, our the fellow Build on Your Lot team as well. So that was exciting. But I hope that everyone is just really excited about, what this means and does for our profession. Online sales is, so important to our organizations. And I'm just so happy that this award really highlights rookies, individuals, teams. It's, a hard job, and you guys are all doing fantastic. I've already had some people tell me that they're planning to apply for next year, and they're already thinking about their submission and asking for pointers, which is amazing. And so it's something to really be proud of. Even if you apply and you don't win silver, you're putting yourself out there, and we have to step outside of our comfort zones. And just so excited for everyone on this call and everyone who won this year and who will win next year. So it's just really exciting for us, for everyone.
I love it. Okay, we're shifting gears. This is my shifting gears sign. We're shifting gears, and since we've got these award winners on, we've got some questions for you. We're putting you in the hot seat. Carolyn, I'm going to start with you, if you're okay with that.
I'm good.
Too bad. Doesn't matter if you are or not. You're going first. What is the one thing that you would want, and Courtney and Elena will ask this to you too, and even Rachel, what is the one thing you want people to know or understand about the role and being an online sales specialist? Well, what's one thing you'd want to tell somebody? Drop some wisdom on us.
Yeah, that it's definitely a lot more than what the job description looks like it is, right? There's just so much more to it. It's kind of what we just spent some time again at our annual company meeting. It's making sure you have relationships with your on-site salespeople. It's coming up with new ideas. It's making sure everybody is on the same page, lots of collaboration. Oh, and then plus you're also responsible for driving all of your appointments coming in. So there's just so much to it.
Yeah, I love that. It's definitely more than meets the eye. And I'll ask this question to the audience, the people that are joining us live. Chat out what's the one thing you would want people to know about being an online sales specialist if you are in the role. Courtney, what would you say?
Definitely just how important the role is. I think, again, with it being our pilot year as a company, our minds were blown at the world that the OSC role kind of opened up for us, having a really good CRM in place, having Leah on board. I mean, kind of like Carolyn said, it's not just somebody to take the appointments, being able to do that follow-up and keep in touch with those people more long-term. It really gives you some insight into who your buyer is and allows you to not only set more appointments, but more qualified appointments for your sales team to close. And mine is amazing. But also to kind of go back and look at, okay, what do we need to tweak, or what do we need to do in our next collection, our next community? You're able to sort of have the time to have that data. And that's been huge for us.
Yeah, and you're coming from the seat, which I like. Anybody who has come from the role of on-site to online, they've got a whole different set. We see Sarah Ann saying we're not just appointment setters. Yeah. So as I shift to Elena, which you sold on-site before you went online, because you were 16 years in this role, but how long have you been at Ideal?
18 years.
18 years. So what are your thoughts on that idea of like, hey, we're not just appointment setters. We do a lot more than that.
Yes. I mean, there are so many different layers to this role. Like Carolyn said, we wear so many hats, and this is just a dynamic role. So we're not just setting appointments. We're kind of analyzing our customers and learning from them and adapting our message so that way we can improve our customer experience and, helping our sales team close more sales by really being that great first point of contact. So we do a lot.
A lot more than, again, I think that is a misconception for a lot of people is, okay, we handle a phone call or like a request for an appointment comes in and we're the one that just sets that for them. If that were the case, we could probably get robots to do your job, right? And I haven't seen that happen yet. So because of the complexity of the new home purchase, having someone there that is gifted and can shift and move quickly and deal with so many different personality types and communicate effectively and do that in an efficient manner. I guess you guys are pretty rare. There's not a lot of, and we know we hire them all the time. It's hard to find people that can do what you do and do it well. Rachel, you've hired and fired a lot of people. I don't want to throw that one in there at the end, but there's times when it doesn't work out. What do you see as some of those characteristics and what you would want other builders to know about the role of online sales?
I think one of the things that's important to know is that there is not a builder out there that does not have a great online sales program without having an exceptional online sales specialist. These programs don't make themselves. And so if you've got a great program, it's because the person that you have in the seat is phenomenal. It's hard work, it's sales. And so a lot of people think, okay, great, they're answering the phone, they're setting appointments, but if you've got a great program, it is so much more than that. And that person in the seat is the key to at least 50% of our sales in most cases. And that does not happen by someone just answering the phone. So I think that's a big misconception as well. But we really need somebody right now in this role, and all of these people on the call know how hard it is to really have that grit and that hustle to get on that phone. And I think Jen had a title of it, getting in the cell fitness or the gym fitness, cell phone fitness.
Cellular gym fitness.
Cellular gym fitness. I love that so much because that's exactly what it is. We've got to get out there hustling. We've got to be learning about our customers. We've got to overcome objections. That's huge. You've got to role play. You've got to practice. This is our time to shine. And so I'm just super excited that everyone is rising to the challenge, which is amazing, and really kind of showing up for their organizations, which has been just incredible to see.
Absolutely. And I'm streaming these onto the screen as they come in. Some great comments from some superstar online sales specialists. All right. The final portion of our show, this 3-part series, is talking about how you're celebrating National OSC Day, which is February 9th. People often ask, how did this start? So if you guys think chat out how you think. We got February 9th. There's not a whole lot to it. I'll give you the answer at the end. But if you think how February 9th was chosen, chat that out. But why don't we talk about, we'll start with Elena, the award winner, 16 years in the seat. How are they celebrating you today?
I received an email saying thank you. No, I say that, in jest just because I feel like we're celebrated every day by especially our marketing director. She takes great care of Chelsea and I. And having 2 days off a week is all that I could ever ask for to be celebrated, because the first 14 years, I didn't have a day off.
Right.
So this has been a complete game changer for me. So very grateful.
I love it. Having 2 days off is all it takes for Elena. Courtney, I don't know if you need the same amount of love and attention, but what is your company doing to celebrate you for National OSC Day?
We have kind of not stopped celebrating. We had our quarterly or annual meeting yesterday as well, and lots of awards, lots of pictures and supports. And today I'm actually on site in one of our models. My sales team's downstairs, and we are doing some more training with Roland. So still celebrating. Definitely.
That's good. Hey, we're going to celebrate with some training and sharpening your skills. I think that's awesome. Carolyn, what about you? What's going on with the team? How are you guys celebrating the team and everything that they do?
Yeah, also still celebrating. Just coming out of our 2-day Tilson Palooza annual sales and construction meeting. It was everybody. So we got to do a do-over of our awards announcement, and actually just had breakfast with a team of 7 that all work remotely all over the state. That never happens. So we got to actually spend time together, which is super key for our team. We're celebrating all the time.
I love it. It's like a parade. It just kind of keeps the week-long. It's like after you win the Super Bowl, they just keep celebrating, sending you everywhere. Good Morning America.
Yep.
All that stuff. Do you guys know what Good Morning America is? That's the show on television. that older
I know
people
that,
watch.
and I'm Canadian, so.
Rachel's Canadian and she knows it. Rachel, what are some ways that you've heard people celebrating that you thought have been fun?
Offices decorated. So, their company came and put balloons and streamers and really decorated their office, which is a lot of fun. I know some people out there that got some Chick-fil-A gift cards. So shout out if you got a Chick-fil-A gift card to celebrate. Really all we need is a thank you, but it's been awesome just to see people going the extra mile and celebrating this position. So it's been a lot of fun, but I love the office decorating because that's fun. Flowers. I've seen some people who've gotten flowers.
Oh yeah. A creative one that we saw, Charla posted this on her LinkedIn, had a jar full of thank you notes or notes written to her, like just filled up to the top. I thought that was super creative. We heard of one company has a national online sales team ordering DoorDash for everybody for today. So fun things to do just to celebrate and say thank you. But listen, I think Kyle posted up there. Yeah, we have to be able to pivot every time the market shifts. No 2 months are the same. I'm just thrilled. And Elena, you've kind of talked about this a little bit too. I think Elena might be our most frequent opt guest that's not a Do You Convert employee. Is that true? How many times have you been on? 3 times?
Yeah, I think.
You're going to be running the show eventually, so get ready. Just talking through like the market that we're moving into feels a little bit better. Like we get to do our job. Before it was very robotic. We were saying no to a lot of people. We're putting everybody on interest lists and all that stuff. And that like the volume, I guess, was fun, but it doesn't like you couldn't shine. There wasn't, that uniqueness about what makes online sales so great. That works in a more normal and even a little bit challenging market right now, but we're starting to see that market kick up a little bit. We're finding the right prices. We're helping our customers, and online sales gets to do their thing. What do you guys think about that comment? How are you feeling now in February of 2023? Carolyn, what about you? Let's start with you first.
Yep, absolutely. So definitely good to feel the uptick again, but still have to do our job. We still have to sell. So it's gone from when it was super busy, almost disqualifying people from coming in, and now we're back to qualifying, having meaningful conversations with people, which is refreshing to be able to have the time to find out a little bit more, so they're a little bit further along when they walk in the door with our on-site.
Courtney, what about you? Coming from the role of on-site to online, past market, current market, what are your thoughts?
I mean, same. It was absolutely crazy being on site, as I've heard from OSCs that were sort of in it on this side, and being able to step back in now. I mean, like Carolyn said, having the time to really get to know your buyer and what, not only like, hey, what are your needs, write them down, but really get to know what they want as well. And take the time to really give your on-site team a good qualified lead and a happy buyer.
Ooh, I like that. Those appointments, they're a little bit harder to get, but they feel so nice. Mm-hmm. They feel so nice. Like we're able to, send them off just all clean and shiny and ready for the sales rep to do their thing. Elena, 16 years. You've been through the ups and downs. Mm-hmm. You went through this last crazy market, which is interesting because you're from Oklahoma. And I would say a lot of people said about Midwest, southern states, like in the crazy run up before, like, we never saw it get super crazy. Well, we saw it get crazy, these past couple of years. So what are your thoughts being in the role so long and kind of going back to more of a normalized market?
I love it. Kind of like what Courtney and Carolyn said, just having those meaningful conversations. And right now, I feel like sometimes it's harder to get that appointment because the buyer is a little bit more hesitant. But, if you have good processes in place to provide value for your customer to get them out eventually, it's exactly like what you said. It just makes that appointment that much better and more exciting because you're putting in a little bit of extra work and you're really taking time to bring value to your company.
I love it. All right, we're going to celebrate our award winners. Big round of applause. Woo! Chat it out. Tell them great job. Ask them what their secret is. Thank you guys for being on. Rachel and I are going to close this opt-in episode out. We appreciate you guys joining us. See ya. Oh, that's so weird. Like you just send them away. Just bye. Bing, they disappear. Rachel, we're gonna close it out. I'm gonna tell everybody where February 9th came from in the first place. But what closing words do you have for our online sales specialists and National OSC Day?
Gosh, just thank you. Really thank you to everybody who's watching, to everyone who's been in this seat, who's new, who's been in it, the original OG, Elena, just really thank you for all of your hard work and pivoting and just really showing up every day and putting 110% in. And we appreciate you and being able to coach this position. I couldn't imagine anything better to do. You guys are special. You're unicorns. We love you.
Yeah.
And just thank you very much.
Absolutely. All right, Leah Fellows. She works with Courtney, the rookie of the year. You got it right. It's close. Well, you got it close. So Jen, when she was picking a date, so Jen Barkin picked a date. She's like, what date should we pick? And it was last year. And I said, well, there's not really any significance for anything. And she goes, well, you started, do you convert in 2009? So why not 2-9? So that's where it came from, 2-9. And it just so happened that last year that fell on IBS, the week of IBS. So we got to celebrate at IBS. So no real super strategy, but that's where it came from. What I would like to say to all of our wonderful online sales consultants out there, those specialists that are in it every day, your collective work and professionalism in this industry helps make not just your builder look great, but the whole industry look great. And it does take a special person who can make friends with everybody, who's got good energy, who's got a great keyboard personality, who can work their magic. And I think you may forget because you're in it every day. Like it may seem pretty straightforward, but it is a challenging role and it requires a special person to keep their energy level up all the time. So a big shout out to Jen Barkin, who couldn't be with us today, who is the poster child of high energy. She did her presentation at the sales rally in IBS, and she was electric. She talked about being activated and electric. Give her a quick little chat to tell her how much you appreciate her. We missed having her on. And on behalf of Jen Barkin, Mike Lyon as the fill-in, Rachel Starrett, bringing the heat. We appreciate all of you guys. Happy National OSC Day.